Hello everyone, this is Sakshi Singh, a student pursuing Masters in Extension Education and Communication from Banaras Hindu University. My today's topic for presentation is Features of Graphic Designing. In this video, I will show you how we will use Adobe Illustrator to practice the features of graphics. Features of graphics. The table of content is first is introduction, second is elements of graphics, third is principle of graphics, fourth is various features of graphics. Starting with the introduction. Graphic typically refers to anything related to the creation, manipulation and rendering of visual images on a computer screen. Graphics helps in visual representation of information, data or concepts. This can include graphs, charts, diagrams, maps or any other visual aids used to convey information visually rather than through text alone. Graphics are commonly used in presentation, reports, educational materials and various forms of media to help illustrate and clarify complex ideas. Let's see what graphic designing is. Graphic designing is the art and the practice of combining text, images, symbols, and other visual elements to convey a message, idea, or information effectively and aesthetically. It involves the creation of various visual materials such as logos, advertisements, brochures, posters, websites, and other types of media with the goal of communicating a specific message or enhancing the visual appeal of a product, service, or brand. Graphic designers utilize the principle of design, typography, color theory, and visual hierarchy to create compelling and impactful visuals that resonate with their intended audience. Next up, we have features of graphics. First is lines. Lines are the basic feature of graphics. It can be used to create some other kind of shapes, to create borders and etc. Second is shapes. The geometrical shapes such as triangle, rectangle, circles, these all are what shapes which can be used in a combined form to make a full graphical element. Third is images. We can use images in our graphic designs to enhance the message. Fourth is color. Color. Basically, color signifies the impact of the message. As we can see this visual that it has blue, yellow and a lilac. It is creating the impact, the use of color in such a way that the eyes are attracted towards it. Fifth one is texture. Texture usually used to create an experience that the surface is rough, smooth, the lines, just as the texture we have in the arrow line, the dash arrow line, it shows the texture. Sixth one is typography. Typography are the written matter that were used in graphic designing, such as I have written the heading features of graphic. This is the typography. Typography contains also the font size, font color, then we have different kind of fonts. Seventh is composition. Composition is basically the principles of graphics such as contrast, hierarchy, balance. It used to create to enhance the all over graphical material. Last is visual elements. Visual elements are the other elements that is used in graphic designing. visual elements can be the flowers, the elements which are available, as we can see the small emoticons. These are what? These are visual elements. Next is the elements of graphics. The elements of graphics are line, colors, shape, texture, space, and size. Then we have principles of graphics: contrast, balance, emphasis, repetition, proportion, hierarchy, rhythm, pattern, white space, movement, variety, and unity. Now let's have a closer look of Adobe Illustrator. What is Adobe Illustrator? Adobe Illustrator is a vector graphic editor used for creating scalable artworks, illustrations, logos, and typography. It offers tools for drawing, typography, color management, image tracing, and exporting. Let's have a closer look to the interface of Adobe Illustrator. Firstly we have the ribbons, which has file, edit, object, type, select, view, window, and help options. Secondly, we have the tool section, where we can find all the tools which is required for creating the graphics. In the center we have the white canvas. Then on the right we have the editing section, where we can customize the typography, image, or the elements, color, size, and shape. This was the basic interface of Adobe Illustrator. Let's come to how to draw basic shapes. To draw basic shapes, we have a rectangular toolbar. At the toolbar, we can find the rectangle tool. We will select on that, then we can make the basic shapes, that is rectangle and square, and we can also have the rounded rectangle tool also, and we can drag it to the canvas to draw a rounded rectangle. Just below the rectangle tool we have the circle or ellipse tool, which can be used to create circles, spheres, and ellipse. We just have to drag it on the canvas to draw. We can also press the shift key as we draw a circle. Then we have the polygon tool. Polygon tool will help to create us the shapes which has more than 4 sides. We also have the line segment tool there, and we have an arc tool. We also have spiral tool, which is used to create different arcs, lines, circles, and spirals on the canvas. Next up we have mirror image, or we say it reflect tool. We have to go to the hidden menu section. There we can find duplicate option. We will duplicate the layer 1. Then the image which we are using, it will be duplicated. Now we will go on the tool section. We'll find the reflect tool. We'll select on that, and then a dialog box will be open, which will ask to select vertical with a 90-degree or horizontal. So we will click on vertical 90-degree, and the image will be mirrored. We can also set the angle of the image by setting the angle at a specific point. Next we have transform tool. Transform tool is a versatile tool. It allows us to scale, rotate and distort the images. It gives our design element a different perspective. In short, the transform tool allows us to manipulate and modify the artwork. We can find the transform tool on the left toolbar. We can also select the short key, that is E, to activate this tool. Transforming tool is used in different ways. We can scale the image, we can increase or decrease the size of the image. Extruding tool. Extruding means the 3D image to converting a 2D image to 3D image, or adding the Z axis to modify the and add depth to the object. We can find the extruding tool from, we will go to effect, we will click on effect from the right side menus, then we will click on 3D classic, then we will go on extrude and we will classic. Lastly, we have the perspective tool. Perspective tool are mainly used by the illustrator or architectures to illustrate their design on their digital mediums. It used to create and edit the perspective grids to define the object and adding more perspective to it. We have three kinds of perspective. First is 1-point perspective, second is 2-point perspective, and third is 3-point perspective. Perspective tool looks like this. We have perspective grid rulers, right vanishing points, horizon level, grid cells, ground level, right horizontal and left grid, panel control, origin, extent of grid, horizon height. This was the perspective grid. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope this will help you to start your graphic designing journey.